Hello and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your pick a card, 1, 2, or 3 for what advice you need to know about your career, money, finances, creative projects, or things of that sort. So 1, 2, or 3, pick the first number that intuitively came to you. If you second guess yourself, ignore that. That's your ego, and always go with your first intuition, your first instinct, whatever made you feel more relief and relaxed. Okay, so let's start with pile 1. What does pile 1 group need to know about their career? So this is specifically advice oriented. Wow. Interesting. Okay, there's definitely a lot of advice here. So in the past, the energy leading into this, we have got the 6 of Pentacles. So this can represent charity, but also always having enough, maybe not having everything, but always having enough, money, resources, finances. Things have at least always been okay. You've been relatively well taken care of, okay? Your energy with your career or creative project right now is the 5 of Wands, and this is a lot of drama, a lot of conflicting ideas, beliefs. There could be either a lot of people arguing around you because they're not on the same page when it comes to beliefs and values and opinions. So I feel like you might be stuck in the middle of that with this card. What you need to know is that something extremely unexpected is going to happen. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is the universe just kind of throwing a spanner in the works to kind of change up the situation, because clearly, we need, this energy is not sustainable, and it is a minor arcana and it is temporary, especially due to it being a 5 as well. But yeah, something extremely unexpected with your career or finances, whatever's resonating with you is going to happen. And the energy in between is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is actually going to lead you to more stability and probably, improve your career or creative project, money, stability, things like that. Because essentially, having enough is nice, okay? But this energy is going to bring you to more stability. And I think sometimes this can represent working from home as well, or at least having a type of career or creative project where you're able to be home a lot more and a bit more family oriented as well. The outcome, we've got the 8 of Cups. So you're really going to be having a big think about, is this emotionally fulfilling for me? Because a lot of people, will choose careers or creative projects based off of what they think they should do logically. And, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's saying that in this situation for you, that this is not emotionally fulfilling in the long run. So you're really taking some time to reflect and thinking about, where you want to go next, and if this is the path you want to continue, okay? You are being aspected by the 10 of Wands. 10s are an end, and this is just a lot of burden and responsibility. You may be struggling, or you will be very shortly. I mean, even more so, where you're just at your wit's end, you actually can't do this anymore. You might be the type of person who doesn't really ask for help. You might have this expectation where you feel like you need to do everything on your own, and that is not very self-loving, and it's definitely not sustainable in the long run. So you definitely want to think about, will this be fulfilling for you in the long run as well? This is interesting. So that Wheel of Fortune, what you need to know about for advice for your career, also remember it can go anywhere. I feel like you might, and I'll clarify this, but you might find out that there are certain people or entities that do not have your best interest at heart, or you might feel like a victim. When this comes out, it's going to be very shocking, very surprising, very unpredictable. You never expected this, and you're going to feel like a victim. But remember, these are swords. They're thoughts, they're ideas. They're not real physical threats in a sense. So your mindset is going to go a little bit negative, but it's important because that happens, because it's going to make you think, what you need in the long run for it to be emotionally fulfilling, right? And sometimes us humans, we need to suffer to actually start, thinking those bigger questions, looking more in the long term, what has meaning. And ultimately this is happening so that in the long run you will have stability. You will be able to, you know, spend more time with your family, or start to create a family, or have a home, or be at home a little bit more and just feel a little bit more comfortable, and improve your diet as well, potentially, because sometimes when we're at work there's not as healthy food, right? All right, let's get a few clarification cards. Wow. I think you have a big desire to completely change things, to go for something that, you know, a big goal. You might even want to move. You might actually be denying this because you're not seeing things for what they are. You're purposefully, intentionally blinding yourself to all of the opportunities and options around you. You think, no, I've made this decision. This is the way that things are going to be with my, you know, career creative project, and that's it. And you're actually limiting yourself with this belief system, okay? And it's going to take that bit of suffering and pain and stress for you to actually get to the point of, you know, rethinking everything. So let's just check. And you know what's really going to help is having much more of an open mind with this Princess of Swords. So she's very open-minded, she's very curious, and also has like a new perspective, almost like a childlike, innocent perspective. So one of the things you might want to do is just to, instead of being so stuck with a particular perspective or belief system, or kind of stuck with, oh, things have to go this way because I decided before, to be a little bit more flexible with your thinking. And maybe when you're trying to figure out new information, don't necessarily even try to like figure out, focus on almost like being a detective. You know, a detective, when they are going around and asking questions to different people, you know, they're not saying you're wrong, right? They're not the judge, they're the detective. They're there just to collect and gather information. And that is where you need to, that would help your perspective. If you're just collecting and gathering information, you can do the analyzing later. Let's get one more big advice card for you. 8 of Wands. Be prepared for a lot of messages, a lot of intuitive signals. It could genuinely be either synchronicities, or it could even be like emails and messages and texts and phone calls about something in particular. So pay attention to that, because you are being guided. You are being intuitively guided. You will be receiving a lot of messages. So if you think, oh, that's a coincidence, those are actually synchronicities trying to nudge you onto the path of your best interest, and it will be a shortcut. And sometimes shortcuts, you can get your knee scraped a little bit more, but you get to your final destination a lot quicker. All right, I hope that was helpful, Group 1. Let's move on to Group 2. Hello, Group 2. So this is, what does Group 2 need to know about their career regarding advice, and also creative projects and things such as that. So let's see. Interesting. All right. Okay. So this has to do with a particular partnership in the past, okay? So this is the Lovers. So the Lovers can be a romantic relationship, it can be a friendship, but it can also be a business partnership. So this has to do with a particular business partnership in the past, okay? But again, you know, people's partners and friends can also have influence on their work, career, creative projects, things like that, investments. So it has something to do with that. Your energy is coming up as the 6 of Cups. There's a little bit of nostalgia, and I'm just kind of getting the impression that there might be a little bit of rose-colored glasses as well. I mean, this partner, whether it's business or romantic, this partner, I feel like because you've known them for a while, or you do have that, you know, loving, caring connection with them, you might not actually be seeing them or their influence for what it is, okay? So it could be them, but also, like, I mean, there are people in my life that I love very much, but they're not going to give very good advice about certain things. Do you know what I mean? So it could be that, like, it could also be very well-intentioned. So what you need to know is that there's going to be a bit of a drama coming up, and you need to be prepared for it. You will overcome it, like 100%, you'll be fine, okay? However, you need to be prepared. This is just being prepared for one last drama. So it could have something to do with something previously, with this partnership that's going to occur again, you thought was over and it's not. And it has to do because someone is fickle and changes their mind, okay? So I feel like this partnership was a lot more solid in the past, at least in regards to career, investments, things like that. But now I feel like it's a little bit more, oh, maybe this, maybe that, and just kind of saying what someone wants to hear. And it's not negatively intentioned at all. It's just a little bit immature, if that makes sense. So I don't see any, outward negative energy. It could just be like, one of the infinite examples is, let's say, you used to listen to your partner, your romantic partner, for advice with investing in stocks, and maybe they're not really paying attention to that like they used to, and they're just like, oh, well, you should invest in this, or you should sell this, or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's well-intentioned, but they're not like doing the same amount of research that they used to. So that's just one of many. They're just a bit fickle and naive in the situation, but you won't necessarily be expecting it, because in the past they were a lot more solid and much better with the communication, and the communication was a lot more equal. Also, for some of you, they might be kind of going solo. If this is a business partnership or something like that, you might want to go solo, because first off, you are being aspected by the Nine of Pentacles. This is independent wealth. I feel like you might be breaking off from this business partnership, or like if it is a friend that gave you advice about investments, I think you're going to stop asking them for advice. But it could also be because you've grown on your own. You realize that you've actually gotten to such a higher level that you can actually do this on your own. You don't need to rely on them anymore. It's like having a teacher where you get to a certain level and then you need to move on and break away, right? And you're very competent, you're very capable. You are capable to do this on your own, right? At least when it comes to this partnership. The outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. You are going to continue to grow. You are going to continue to learn. You are going to continue to make money and invest. You just need to continue to nourish this. So if there's like investments or a career, improving your skills, whatever it is, like, yes, you are seeing some payoff and benefit now, but you're going to see even more in the future, right? There's always a bit of a lag effect. There's always a bit of a delay with the profits and your investments, okay? So this is the time of planting seeds and nurturing, those little baby saplings, right? But much fruit will be born in the future. What you need to know, this drama that's going to come up that has to do with this partnership, is being clarified by strength. So you 100% will get through this. You are super tough. It's almost like you were made for this point. So just to be ready, like you will, like this is just, be ready, have all of your ducks in a row, be prepared, but you will 100% get through this. Like there's no denying that, especially with this major arcana, like you're fine. Let's get a few clarifying cards. Okay, so what you need to know is being clarified by the Hanged Woman. I feel like this thing that might be difficult is you are going to be stuck or put in a situation that you do not want to be in, okay? And it's not fair and it's not right. However, there is a lesson in that. You will learn from this. You will grow from this. Through the pain and the suffering and being stuck, when all you want to do is like transition and move on, you're stuck. So honestly, this could be like your investments are stuck or on hold, or it could be something like that, for example. Or you're stuck in a contract that you realize you don't want to be in this contract, but you're just going to have to wait it out. But you're going to gain a lot of wisdom from it. You're going to learn so much, and it will actually, this difficult, painful situation will help you so much in the future. And you're also, again, being clarified by the Ace of Cups. So you need to listen to your heart, okay? You need to listen to your intuition. You need to do things that are self-loving for you, I feel like at the end of the day, sometimes people will be such people pleasers and they will make decisions for other people rather than themselves. You need to start making decisions for yourself primarily that is self-loving, okay? And begin to maybe think about, breaking off or doing this business on your own or doing this on your own. Let's do one more clarification. Yeah, you've got this. Like you are on your way to having an extremely successful business. an extremely successful, finances, investment, property, whatever it is, like you are becoming the master, all right? So you will master this and you will be quite wealthy and very, very good at what you do. Okay, let's get one quick advice card. Temperance. You just need patience. Everything will happen in due time. Everything is going the way that it's meant to. Everything you want will come in due course, not when you think it should in your head, but when the universe sees that it's the right way to go, it's the right path, and you will get there. How do you feel the ocean? Drop by drop, my friends. All right, let's go on to group 3. Hello, group 3. So, what does group 3 need to know for advice for career, investments, creative projects, things like that? Ooh. Definitely getting the feeling you're going to be upping your game. Holy moly, we've got quite a number. We've got 4 out of 7 major arcana. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the energy in the past leading into what you need to know for your career. We have got the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is, there's a little bit of an emotional detachment with this card, but just being patient and waiting. So like, I feel like you are emotionally invested in this career or creative project or investment or whatever it is, but you've just been patiently waiting. And I feel like that's been a really good thing, because it's almost like you knew that there were a few more things to be revealed. Okay. You right now are coming up as the 9 of Pentacles. So you're doing quite well when it comes to independent wealth, right? So you are at the top of your game, okay? This is something you want to consider, okay? If you want to level up, as in like, let's say you've got a relatively successful business, like if you want to turn it into like multi-millionaire, for example, if you want to actually really get to the top where there is influence and extraordinarily expand your influence with your company or your investment, or just get to like an extraordinarily higher, different level, very powerful, you might want to consider getting into a business partnership, okay? And you know what the outcome's going to be? It's going to completely transform your business and your investment. I'm beginning to get a bit of tinglies. This is the most intense reading pile group I've done so far with this. Do not be afraid of this, okay? This is the end of a cycle. I feel like you are going to get to, with the business partnership, you can get to such a high level, but you need to start like either signing a contract to like merge a company, or just to hire someone on, or to really like partner up. And the way that your business used to be, because you've maxed out how successful it can be as an individual, you really want to level up, it's going to completely end the way that it used to be, this creative project, and it will completely transform it into something new. And you know what? This is an absolute risk, but it's also a brand new start, and you are being aspected by the sun. This will get you everything that you've wanted. Like, it will get you the lifestyle that you want, the joy, the celebration. You might even be able to travel a little bit more with that if that's what you want, right? Let's get a few clarification cards. Interesting. It might be someone that you knew, a family member or a distant family member, or someone who you knew from childhood, or something like that. They're in a very powerful position, okay? I'm just going to sneeze. I'm just going to pause while I sneeze for a second. Thank you for that. I just don't like holding in my sneezes. Doesn't feel right. But yeah, it could be, or it could be a desire. This has to do with something that was a desire when you were a child, but there's someone in an extraordinarily powerful position. It could be a big organization or company as well. I think they're going to notice. And to be honest, I feel like they are going to be a little bit more the ones taking a risk with you. But you're definitely going to have to understand that, for you to have this successful, the way that you want, the way that your company is going to, or project, it's going to end the way that it was. Let's clarify this. But yeah, I mean, it will still, in a way, you will still have enough control of it. It will still be your baby. It will still be yours. You can still nurture it. And I think you'll also be able to potentially like work from home a bit more, or be at home a bit more. and things like that. And some of you, it might allow you to eat better and also be out in nature a bit more, potentially. Let's get some advice. Ooh, but it's not going to be easy, okay? Look, this Six of Swords is going through troubled waters. I always think about, you know, when the pioneers went across the Atlantic Ocean to this new land, right? So it's almost like that kind of energy. It was dangerous. It was treacherous. It was scary. But you know what? There was so much more opportunity in this new world than if they hadn't gone. So this is a risk, okay? And it is scary. You're going into new territory, new environment that you've never been before, and you don't even completely know what it's going to be like, but it will open up so many opportunities. So do your best to go with the flow and try and ease your mind a little bit to the stresses that you will naturally feel you might feel out of your depth with this new transition. But honestly, it's going to just create so much new opportunity. Let's do one more advice card. Ooh, it's definitely going to bring up some stuff from your past. These are swords, they're thoughts. I feel like you may have in the past been betrayed when it came to like business or creative project. Okay, but can you trust this person? You still have to be a little bit careful because they might be saying a little bit more what you want to hear. Okay, like straight up, should this person do this or not? I mean, there's major arcana. It looks like you're going to do it anyways, but should this person do this or not? Yes, but you need to be smart, okay? You need to be intelligent about it. You need to listen to your intuition and your emotions, and you might want to learn a little bit about psychology. You might want to psychologically explore this other person who might be approaching you for a business partnership. But to be honest, it does look good in the long run for sure. All right, let's do collective. All right, so I've just asked, what does the collective, that's every single one of you watching, need to know for advice for career, creative project, etc. So let's see. Interesting. Wow. How everything used to be with your career creative project, like in the past, this is the past, everything's changed, everything's transformed, everything is different, okay? You're coming up as a Six of Cups. I honestly feel like there's a part of you that's really missing the way that things used to be, okay? What you need to know is that you are more than capable to have high positions of power, to be your own boss, or to make it to the top of these types of organizations, or to create your own business, and you can do it like 100%, okay? Some of you might do it from home, and you can still do it in a way that's nurturing and caring. The outcome, the sun, this is going to put you into a position of happiness, joy, being able to celebrate life, being able to really enjoy life. I feel like a lot of us have really learned like not to just pick jobs to get us the money, to get the things that we want. I think a lot of people have learned that, you know, because our work is such a huge part of our life, it has to be, you know, at least meaningful or enjoyable, or allow us to truly enjoy life for what it is, okay? You are being aspected by the Fool. You are being asked to let go of any leftover pieces of how that you wish things would go back to the way that they were, because those things... Hi, sorry, my storage on my phone was full, so that's why it cut out. But you are being asked to let go, to have a new start. This is a new opportunity, even though if it's come by difficult, you know, and it's not helpful to hold on to things that will never be the same as to what they were before, okay? And you can do this. You can build your own business. You can work your way to the top. You can have the life, the career, the creative project that you want, the finances that you want. You can do this. I feel like this is forcing a lot of you to actually be able to be a little bit more independent, to be your own boss, rather than relying on other people and just relying on that paycheck. It's putting you in a position to create your own wealth, to take control of your finances, to take control of things like that. So listen to your intuition. When you have a creative idea or you have an intuitive spark, you know, act on it within 1 minute maximum, okay? Even if that's just writing it down or making a note or doing a little voice note or something like that, or sending an email or searching for it and having that website open, like write down your ideas. You might even want to like have a little notepad and just record your ideas at least. So that also, you know, with those creative sparks, you can come up with amazing ideas. You're going to be going into new territory. You're going to be exploring new things and really following your intuition. And you know, you have this, you're going to be following your intuition a lot more. Work will get good, finances will get more stable. You might want to get a lot of different perspectives, a lot of advice. You might want to have varied sources of income, or vary your savings in many different ways, okay? Like split it into thirds, for example. Let's get some advice. And if there's any drama or any stress, just walk away from that. It is so not worth it, because some people just love the drama and you've got not much time for that. Let's do one more advice card for the collective. What did I say? Anytime you feel like you're stuck, you can always walk away. Remember, I asked for an advice card, okay? If there's any like negative thinking or negative spirals or toxic things that you're feeling, that you're vibing with, walk away. You are never trapped. That is an illusion, okay? It's a mind trap and it's false. All right. Good luck with your career. Have a great day. Bye.